Greetings, my excellent friends. If I had green screen editing skills, by this point I would probably be starting to put myself into the path in the woods. I've been told, and I've been told not to watch it because they do a bunch of different routes, and there's no way to be sure they won't show something that I didn't already see myself until I'm finished. But there's apparently a stream, a recorded stream, for this game where the devs did a run with the voice actors with them. And so the audio was, or at least the dialogue was muted, and they just live read every piece of the game that was put before them. And apparently that included the voice of the Paranoids repetition. I think it's safe to conclude that that man's insane. The actor, that is, as well as the voice, I suppose. Oh, I didn't go on Discord? You know, there's an unsent message. That'll do. There we are. We can see the game.
You're on a path in the woods. And
alright. We've collected 2 princesses in this new world. We collected the adversary. Well, no, we didn't, because we turned the adversary into, I believe, the Fury and collected her. And then we turned the beast into the... what was it called? The Wounded Wild. It's interesting looking at achievement rates. My favorite thing about this game is looking at achievement rates to see how common what I'm doing is. Because a third of players have brought the Fury. A quarter of players have brought the Wounded Wild. 26.2 for that one, and then 27.3 for the Wound. Which means there's a percentage of people who have broken the joined pair but then not followed through. And what's really interesting is that the rarest achievement that I currently have is going the distance, which I think is for because we've got I Didn't Hear No Bell, which is fight your foe unarmed. That's 13%. That's for the Chapter 2 version. And then in Chapter 3, when we had the Contrarian and the Stubborn just telling us to just keep going. Basically, we did the same thing twice. We were effectively killed, but we just decided we weren't dead. And kept doing stuff. So that is apparently a very rare outcome. However, 33% have brought the Fury, so 7% brought the Fury in that particular way, but 33% brought her at all. That's very interesting to me. The rarest achievement is finishing the gallery. So that's the 100% achievement, as it is generally the rarest achievement, because you need to do everything in order to get it. And that's a 2.7% of players. 2.7. So not quite 3 out of 100 people will do everything in this game. Whereas 92.9, so 93 out of 100 basically, rounded up, will at the very least get to the mirror the first time. And 92.2, so a little bit less, will get past their first loop and bring the first... In fact, all of the most common ones are the mirror achievements, because they seem to be what you get at the end of your first run each way. The body, the bloat, the decay, the remains, the long quiet. And then our song for finish the game, 67.5. So 2/3 of people get an ending. An ending. And the most commonly achieved achievement that I don't have yet is called Romantic Haze. 57.4%. Next one after that's a hidden achievement, so I won't click on it. And otherwise, I've got everything that more than 50% of players have. It's just 2 achievements that more than 50% players have that I don't.
You're here to slay her.
Right, so in this one we're doubting that she's dead, or doubting that... We have to think that she's armed, I think. We have to suggest that she's armed.
That's the spirit. You make your way up. A warning. She will... We're not going to ignore the blade. You take the blade.
Who's there?
She sounds... Don't let it... Good. You walk down the... She's so... Focus on the task.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
You step forward.
Oh? No talk. I'm probably chained up in this basement, so you
She's unarmed.
Are you sure she's not armed?
I'm positive. I'm not. But we'll keep our eyes peeled. If she has a weapon, she'll have to draw it before she can use it.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
That's fine. I just want to kill you.
You charge the princess, blade in hand, but unfortunately your earlier suspicions proved correct. A blade of her own slips down her sleeve and catches you in the neck. Blood sprays from the cut, your severed carotid artery painting the princess with strokes of red. You'd better finish your task quickly before you run out of time.
It is entertaining, once you know what's going on, that she isn't armed until you decide that she might be. Right, so die means tower. Finish the job means razor. Is that the difference? I would assume.
With the last bit of your will, you press forward, sinking the blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you collapse on the floor together, rapidly bleeding out.
Somehow, I thought this would turn out a little differently. But I wonder, do you really think that this was enough to stop me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Razor. Wonder why it's called
You're
that.
on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
But I already slew the princess. Sure, she also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again?
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. When we asked you if you were sure she didn't have a weapon on her, you said you were positive she didn't. But it turns out she did, because when we charged her, she started stabbing us to death.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine. Those are two You died. We did exactly what you said. Sounds to me like you probably had some kind of elaborate nightmare, in which case I shouldn't be held accountable for what supposedly happened. But congratulations, you've been given a chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We stabbed the princess stabbed us, and now everyone's right back to where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess?
Screw this. Who cares what happened to everyone else? She's not going to play fair, so we should do what we can to save ourselves and just get out of here.
At least you know not to trust her, but you do realize that everything and everyone includes you, right? If you turn around and leave, you're dooming yourself as well as everyone else. She just caught us by surprise last time. She can't. That's the spirit. Just keep that stiff upper lip, and you'll save the world in no time at all. Just be quick about it.
All she did last time around was stab me to death. How can someone like that end the world?
She just can. But she's still only a princess. Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me.
Oh, and don't get stabbed while you're at it. People.
Look. Oh, of course you're...
If anyone's special here, it's her. That was a nasty trick she pulled on us.
I've told you everything.
You didn't...
That's because she's unarmed. And more than that, it's because there wasn't a last time.
You didn't tell us about her knife last time, is what he said.
Great. Now,
proceed to the cabin.
Warning, before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do
bloody know
everything in
that.
her power to stop you from slaying her.
He couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you. We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Well, this is a sharp cabin. This is the cabin of knives. Now that I've gotten to the ending, by the way, there is a thought I have that I do think is a shame. Like, unironically, this is a criticism I have of this game, and I think that they should have done it differently. I don't think the narrator should have the same voice actor as the voices. I do think that every single one of the voices should be played by the same person doing different affects, and this guy is fantastic at that. But I think the narrator should have been someone else. Or I think he should have been the narrator and the voice. I don't care which one he plays. He's very good at all 11 roles. But the whole point is that this guy is an outsider. This guy is like a cancer almost. A violation of the natural order. That's the whole setup of the game, is that both you and her are forces of nature, forces of the natural order of things. The only reason anything is going wrong is because some other source of hubris and ego decided that things should be this way. So why does that other sound exactly like the voices in my head? I don't think they should. Could be that this is not what he originally sounded like, but he sounds like your own thoughts to blend in. I mean, there's plenty of justifications you could give for it. None of them are going to convince me that it would not have been more meaningful to have him sound different. Like, whether it was a matter of, hey, this guy's really good and we don't want to cast anybody else, or we don't want it to seem obvious from the get-go, or we want to make people think that perhaps the narrator is another aspect of you, I don't know. But you're sure if they'd had more of a budget, they would have given a different voice to the narrator? It depends on how the man was paid, because it doesn't always save money to consolidate all of your work onto one performer. It does for small character roles that fit minimums. Like, when I did Project Regolith, everybody on the cast received the minimum payment except for me, because I was the only person who had enough work to go beyond it. So I got a bit extra, but I was in essence the only person who was paid for every line I spoke, whereas everybody else was paid for the work they did, plus the missing balance that brings you up to the minimum, because the minimum is like, you know, if we pay you less than this, what was the point? I guess is the idea. And the only reason I had extra to do was because I had one of the 4 mains as well as a smattering of background characters, whereas all of the others that they cast as mains did not have background work, and all of the others that they cast as an assortment of backgrounds did not have a main. And it wasn't that much. It was like I went maybe 10 lines over, so there was an extra, I don't know, $15 on it or something. Well, my point being, if that was the way that they operated under it, considering how much dialogue this game has, I don't think it would have been a factor. Especially since the narrator is constantly talking, and at least one of the voices is also constantly talking. I would say those roles are... none of them are so small that they would be buried enough in budget for that to be part of the decision. When he crafted your body, he modeled it based on his own. It's true, we don't have a form. But then what did he base the princess on? If that came out of our head, where did we get a woman from? Who knows? There's lots of reasons, but none of them will convince me that it would not have been more logical to have the other sound like nothing else. The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table, with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
What about that mirror?
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
Can you two stop arguing? It's stressful enough in here without all of this extra noise.
You're right, doesn't matter.
But it does matter. I'm not lying to you. But there was a mirror a second ago.
Now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. So focus up.
I don't think we can unmake the knife in her hand. So it would probably change the dynamic as to whether we arrive equally armed or not armed. But my first thought would be that the last time we arrived in a sort of fighting mindset, we went unarmed the whole time. So this time, let's go with a blade. What would have been great is if they could have cast brothers with extremely similar voices, but different enough that you can pick up it on if you focus. Well, that's the thing. There aren't a lot of twins that, like, generally speaking, when you've got twins in a movie or something, you've got one actor just double screening it with a stunt double whose face gets edited out. Or sometimes they do have a sibling that then does body doubling, but they still, like, superimpose one face over it because we expect identical twins to be one-to-one. Except for the Olsens, I guess. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour. That's right, scraping. I told you she has something, I told you.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head.
Well, that ain't happening.
Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice. Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room. I wonder if she remembers us.
Yeah, I feel like she might.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
If I come close to you, you're just going to stab me, aren't you?
What? No, I wouldn't stab you. I am just a sweet, innocent princess trapped here for no reason. And you are a brave knight who's supposed to walk up to, not stabbing distance to help me.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her.
You think?
She certainly feels threatening. Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it.
The train has left the station, my guy.
But you know who is armed? You. So stop second-guessing yourself and do your job. But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
I like to trust you, but you're being so suspicious right now.
That's so rude of you, passing judgments on strangers you've never met just because they're different from you. How would you like it if I did that, huh? Silly little bird face thinks she's so serious coming down here but doesn't know anything. thinks he can tell me to get rid of all the knives I don't even have while he gets to wave one around right in front of me. I bet you didn't like that, did you? I bet you didn't like being judged for no reason.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her? We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance. Oh, I'm sorry, do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now? You're acting like you are. My entire world is at risk.
You're already dead.
Then maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way.
Fuck me.
No. I have my dignity. Fine, and will continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
Like shit. I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife?
Oh, let's not go into the wheres.
And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death. Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
Prove it then. Prove you don't have a knife.
It would be so much easier to prove that I do have a sharp object. I could just show it to you, but I don't have one, so I can't.
The princess smiles as she pulls her hands from behind her back.
But look at this! Hands! Hands that don't have anything in them to stab you with!
Her smile stretches into an even wider grin as she shakes her sleeves.
And empty sleeves, too! Look at how few stabbing implements I have. It's practically zero.
Practically zero isn't definitively zero. What if you're just hiding it somewhere secret?
I've shown you all of my hiding spots. What kind of princess do you think I am? I would never hide something sharp somewhere secret. Wait, that sounds like I'm lying, but I'm actually not. My secret zones are for me, only they have nothing to do with you or my intention to not stab you to death the second you get close to me.
Her smile drops for a moment, her expression sharp and flat.
I assure you, there's nothing hidden there.
I'm inclined to believe her on that one. She seems serious. Of course, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't have something hidden somewhere. We know for a fact she's armed.
I don't have the key.
Oh, you don't? Okay, I see. I have an idea. You should come over here and stare directly at the chains. You won't be able to find a key if you don't know what it's supposed to look like, so you better come right within close staring distance just to be sure.
I think I've said my piece at this point. I think we all have. But if you want to keep exhausting your questions, it beats getting stabbed to death.
Exactly. The permastall keeps me alive. Do you remember what happened last time?
Last time? If somebody came into my house and tried to kill me and I cut his neck open and then he stabbed me in the heart and we both died looking in each other's eyes, well, surely I would remember that. But I don't remember it, so it must not have happened.
There you go again, talking up delusions about a past life experience that clearly didn't happen.
Oh, dude.
Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth. I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right?
Yeah, her. She just spelled out what happened without prompting.
Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
But that's exactly what happened, so you do remember it.
Would I just lie? Would I just lie to your face and tell you a thing I remembered happening didn't happen just so I could stab you again?
Yes?
I mean, just so I could stab you for the first time.
Aha! She slipped up there. She said again, and her taking it back doesn't count. Do you hear how deranged you sound right now? Please stop dawdling. This is only going to end with violence. Postponing the inevitable is only going to make it worse for you when it actually happens.
We killed each other last time. I'd rather not do that again.
But if we killed each other, then why are we here, right now? Both of us normal and unstabbed.
Look, I know that you're mad at me, but I think we both need to just let bygones be bygones.
But I'm not mad at you, so please stop standing so far out of reach. Okay, I'm bored now.
She's bored? That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters. She's a prisoner. She's... Shit. In a sudden burst of movement, the princess leaps towards you, a blade erupting from her free arm, her wrist limp and empty from the violent expulsion. Huh. So I guess she did have a knife of her own after all.
Well, you think?
How conciliatory of you. We appreciate it, really. Now what are we going to do? At least we're safe here. She's still in chains.
Oh, you fucking idiot.
And those chains stop her from continuing her advance, at least for a moment. She looks down at them with something between annoyance and confusion.
Gee, I wonder how she's going to get out of those.
And then she slices through her arm.
Oh, look, she got out of those.
Okay, maybe we aren't safe here. She doesn't even hesitate before darting towards you with a terrifying speed you can't hope to outpace. Ah, shit. Okay, she's down an arm and we still have a weapon. I guess we'll have to use it. And use it you do. But unfortunately for you, and for the entire world, you are horribly outmatched. You keep pace with her for a single brief and wordless exchange before she severs your hand and, with it, your only line of defence. She's even better at this than she was last time. Bloody cheater.
I'm going to kill you now.
Why?
And with a squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 3, The Arms Race.
You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. We're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again. We're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
That is the... I don't think we've had two... swears. Really, like... it's been said a couple times, but... Interesting. It got more stabby. Cheated does not like dealing with bullshit. No.
You're what? The interior of the cabin is sharp, a constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
That is incredible. I'm genuinely very impressed. Well done. What the fuck?
I feel dizzy. Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now? The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight.
Interesting. Okay. We have the hunted. This is going to be quite an arms race. Yeah.
What's the point of fighting if she's just going to win every time? It hurts being sliced to pieces. We're better off just sitting up here and doing nothing.
Hang on, did I get an extra voice? What the fuck? Has that ever happened before? Or is this going to be like the moment of clarity? We got all of them.
Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times? This is our third?
If it's our third, we should only have 2 other voices.
No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right?
Yeah, if the cheated can just declare things, that could do a lot of work for us.
That can't be right. That's too much responsibility. I couldn't agree more. We couldn't be trusted with the fate of a single person, let alone the fate of the world. Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table. A pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually.
And what if we never do?
So? Are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to? I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right? But there isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it.
Let's just move it out of the way without looking. I don't want to see us. I'm sure we all look awful after dying twice.
Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Oh.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open.
Oh. That's pretty good.
And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
If the princess lives here, slaying her will be doing her a favor! There is still no door. There is a door. The handle was a chain. It was also triangular.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Curious that she herself doesn't look very different in this route. Her dress looks sharp.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
Fun for her, maybe. I didn't like dying all over again.
Thinking about dying makes us as good as dead. The only thing that matters is survival. Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once. Nothing bad has come of it yet. Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered. The past isn't real. There's only here and now. Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor. She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
We're fighting her, obviously. We're going to appeal to her authority, puff her up a bit. There's no reason we can't talk this out. Oh, that's easy. I'm going to try flirting with her. She has swords for arms and we don't. We're panicking. We're going to fight her and we're going to have a stiff upper lip about it. But she can't hurt us if we don't let herself feel it. She wins by killing us, right? So let's beat her to it. All of these ideas suck. Think of something better. Oh, that's easy. I'm going to try flirting with her.
Now, I've tolerated quite a bit from you, but this is a bridge too far. Please don't try romancing the princess. She wants to kill you. She's going to end the world if you don't stop her. Yeah, do we have to flirt with the murderous monster? I'd rather not.
It's not like she wants us anyway.
We need the smitten here. He'll tell us how to do it.
I'm fine with it. Let's see where this goes.
I know you want to kill me, but has anyone ever told you how gorgeous you are? I just feel like I really get you. I like you, romantically even. Maybe we can hash this out over a date. How about you buy me dinner before impaling me to death? Give her the look. What is the look?
The look.
The look. We've all used it.
Yeah, do you not know about the look?
Even I know about the look.
You flash the princess the look. And a rosy blush rushes to the princess's cheeks as she breaks into a wide grin. Unbelievable.
Oh, is that how it is? Yeah, okay, I feel that. I like you too. Neat.
She's still gonna kill us though, isn't she?
Oh, be damned, this is actually going to work, isn't it?
No.
Still going to kill you. But now we can both enjoy a mutual romantic subtext to the murder.
Or not.
At least she likes us. I've never been liked before.
Blush still glowing in her cheeks. The princess closes the distance between you, blades flashing. She skewers you. Ow. What worthwhile romance doesn't
Oh
hurt
my God.
at least a little bit? What matters is that she likes us. She's even said as much.
We summoned him. Great. I'm not going to regret that at all, I'm sure.
Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die?
They finally acknowledged a new one popping up, and okay, that's interesting.
You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But we're still in chapter 3.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess
And
advances.
she hasn't changed.
Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
We need contrarian and stubborn, then we'll never die.
As long as we keep moving.
We'll win her heart eventually.
Oh, great. So it's going to get even more crowded. Even more deluded voices that think we might stand any kind of chance.
Come on, show me something new.
So we're fighting her, obviously, would be stubborn. We're going to appeal to her authority. Puff her up a bit. I don't know who that is. We're panicking? Be paranoid? Gonna let her stab us and we're gonna have a stiff upper lip about it. She can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it. That's the cold. She wins by killing us. Let's beat her to it. Question is how many will be allowed to just kill her? No, just let her stab us. It's cold. I think let's beat her to it is killing us. I feel like that one will summon my best boy. Or it will end the chapter. I gotta find out. She wins by killing us, right? Let's beat her to it. Darn. It doesn't work, and she kills you again and again and again and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
Can you skewer yourself?
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything.
Yeah!
We're tougher than I thought.
There he is.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. We just have to hit her harder.
Oh, there's stubborn.
She skewers you.
You'll have to be trickier than that.
Just panic. Flee.
She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
Do you see that? We almost had her. That was luck, but we only have to get lucky once.
She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels.
Yeah, she's just turning into just the Iron Throne at this point.
She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up.
Okay, let's go again.
Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason.
She skewers you.
See? We're getting better.
Okay, yeah. That was a good one.
None of this is working. Think.
Alright, so now everybody's here.
She skewers you.
We're getting close to something, can't you feel it? One last time.
You're right. One last time, that's all we need. And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 4. Mutually Assured Destruction. Nuke
Right, don't lose your head.
the
We're
princess.
in a cabin and we'll take it from here.
Wait, what? I don't think we've ever seen Chapter 4. That doesn't sound like a thing that happens. Normally. That's concerning. I don't want there to be a bunch of Chapter 4. But then again, Chapter 3 was kind of like railroaded, wasn't it? So it's probably just more of a narrative extension of the formula rather than necessarily taking extra time.
Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand.
Ho-ho! What if we throw it out the window?
A distant scream as if 9 voices rose up at once and shouted, "Fuck off!"
Over my dead body.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman?
Oh, Jesus, dude.
I'm sure I can think of a better way to die.
They're all the same, really.
How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them? Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time. Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only...
It's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along. Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care, just want to win. Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it? I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing.
I don't.
Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. And then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Yep. She is now the Iron Throne.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Stabbing.
Holy shit!
She's gorgeous.
Absolutely divine. Yes, behold, the perfect woman. Do you think we can throw her out the window?
Why don't we throw the fucking knife? Like, have we never thought about that? Like, just... I mean, she's got a perfectly good weak spot now. Just go, what? Like, she's never done it, and now she kind of can't anymore because she doesn't have knives. She is knives. She can throw herself. But, like...
That looked painful.
How is she still alive?
You did think it once. The conclusion was then we have no knife. Yeah, but that depends on what sort of princess we're facing. In a princess like this, I think being close is bad. And I think that the target is clear. Whereas if the target is not clear, I don't think it's a good idea.
Heart's still beating. That's all she needs.
This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up.
That's fine, Helio. You don't have to do it.
She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
You know, occasionally you can stab people in the front, my guy.
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
This loop isn't long enough for the effect to make sense. Narrator? 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 Safe. It's too short.
What just happened? It's so quiet.
I fucked him off. Him too!
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You do not act. And yet through that inaction your body moves on its own. Princess strikes as you approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapons clash again and again, you and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There is only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound, and the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and hers strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. Water and steel. Master yourself and vanquish a sharp foe. 46.8% of players have this one. But I'm not surprised because it was not exactly... There wasn't much of a beaten path to follow here. Or rather, to stray from here. This felt very much like the moment of clarity and the stranger in the sense that I was being sent down a specific way. You do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. You do so. Silence as you reach toward the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. No voices with the mirror either, because they're gone still. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You're at the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
Side note. Ow, 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 bastard Jesus. Do you have any idea how sharp these are? Why am I made of flesh? Ow.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit.
Doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Sometimes we turn into an orgy of stabbing.
It changes me.
Yeah, don't doubt. Sharpens your edges, certainly. Yes, you're torturing me and I hate it. I think I hate you. I want it all to stop.
It will, in time. But you still have a ways to go before we are done. Know that I hold no malice for you.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is a single-minded edge.
Yeah.
She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for a piercing heart.
Single-minded edge, sure, but she's a fucking many-edged mind, I can tell you that.
Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Still planning to kill you once we're done with this.
If that remains your choice when all is said and done, then you may try. But know that I do not wish you harm, even if you attempt to destroy me. And yet my waters flow and my stream. I am everything that you have known me to be.
I will stab you, but with a romantic subtext. Sure was a vibe. That's where we're going here. I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
A piercing heart and a cage of iron. Bring the razor full
You're on a path
To
in the
her.
woods.
So there's another way to bring the razor to her, I guess. What I want to see... Okay, so there's a lot of the razor we didn't see. But her hands were behind her back. She said she wasn't armed. Get closer. Call an ambulance, but not for me! Make her blush. Meet a mutual end. This isn't... Hang on, is all of this together? Oh, so the whole thing is in the Razors category, because we don't have a Chapter 3, Chapter 4. We've still got the Fury, the Wraith, Clarity, and the Wild, but we don't... Oh, that's interesting too. That one changes as you look at it. That's true, yeah, it was the Razor. It was still called the Razor. Even though we changed chapters. Whereas, notably, we did not deliver the Nightmare. We delivered the Moment of Clarity. I'm just listening to the music here. Well.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
This time we're not taking the blade, so...
While never am called and
Doubt!
are you
Maybe I'll slay her.
then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the shore.
We're not going to go through with this, right?
Ignore him. The interior of the blade is...
No blade! For now. But we're gonna do betraying, I believe.
door to the basement, her voice.
Hello?
Liz, don't.
I'm here to save you. I'm here to save you. If we're doing betraying, I'm here to save you.
Wait, really?
I see. You're trying to get her to lower her guard. It's a gamble, but it might work.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She's beautiful. I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot...
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
You were lying when you said you were here to rescue her, but regardless of your intentions, breaking her out of those chains would be a big mistake. Don't even try it.
I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
No, you'll like what I do in the end.
No, you're doing the right thing.
You won't.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful.
I'll check upstairs.
Okay. I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the bed. Is someone else here? You try the door. Your shouts, and you're here to slay the princess. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her
Oh,
mouth,
yeah, this.
her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. It's the blade from upstairs, or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
I think we try saving her, then slay her, I think is the move. Both are options.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours. How is she still smiling after everything?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are as the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Bye, bitch!
Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end. You bring the blade down to strike at the princess's heart. But she's fast. She ducks to the floor, your blade narrowly grazing her backside. Slaying her won't be easy now that she's free.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me this whole time? I don't know what's come over you, but if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world.
You guys are forgetting that we're not allowed to get animal again. The game would stop us.
It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Witch.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
But I already slew the princess. Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
This guy's got all the morals, didn't he?
Those are two very... Let's say, if you're back, we were just weighing our options in a morally ambiguous situation. You can't blame us for weighing our options. I can if you failed to slay the princess, which you apparently did. So great. Congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question... What do you mean? Yes, but if it's the latter, do you think the people there lived happily ever after? That's a very good point. This princess character seems like a lot of trouble, and if you think about it, actually slaying her probably breaks us out of this cycle, right? We don't want to be stuck here forever, do we? You're laying it on a little thick, aren't you? Laying it on a little thick? What are you talking about? I'm sharing my honest opinions. What matters is that almost everyone seems to be on the same page. So whenever you're ready, you can stop dawdling,
I don't
get to
think
the cabin, and save the
that
world.
the voice of the opportunist has any honest
Just be quicker.
opinions.
Like I said,
She killed me by ripping me to pieces.
she just can. I've told you, if you want us not to sound... I don't think either of you really need to press the man on this. He wants us to slay the princess, so why would he have anything to hide? He seems like a nice guy to me.
Oh my god.
I appreciate the vote of confidence, but you should really stop wasting time chatting amongst yourselves in the woods. So if we could move this along...
What's the name of that dreadlord in Warcraft 3 that's always on the winning side?
People. Look. Oh, of course you're special. Good point. That really explains almost everything. I'm not so sure about that. You know, you're right. But it explains almost everything. Great. Now... A warning. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
Yeah, but so will one of the voices in my
Don't believe a
head,
word
so
she
like...
says. Don't worry, I think we've taken that lesson to heart at this point. You can trust us to get the job done.
Faramathras, that's it, thank you, Ark. Too many syllables.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
But why is she a witch? What's the logical through line of that? She went a bit feral like she did in the Beast Path, but why is she a witch? If the idea of this line is that it's based on betraying her, is it because witches were historically just innocent fucking women who mob mentality decided to scapegoat and kill? Is that the idea?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Mirror.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the muddy shelf, the blade sitting on the muddy shelf, and there's death, but he says there isn't one. That's got to count for something, right?
I trust my eyes.
Come on now. He's pretty much in charge here. When have authority figures ever lied about anything? If there were a mirror in this cabin and we were supposed to look at it, he would have told us about it.
Jesus Christ.
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What? Maybe that's so. You walk this. You reach forward and run. Well, at least we can all agree now that there's nothing to see here. Case closed. Good work, everyone.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the shelf. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it.
I feel like, considering how we treated her last time, she's probably going to assume such a thing.
That's not actually a bad idea. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below.
So this is the Hobbit hole
ceiling is
version.
thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair.
The low-income Hobbit hole version, like... Can't afford walls yet.
The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the earth.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would be doing her a favour.
The air smells of dirt and copper.
Oh,
It's
there it
thick
is.
and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Hello.
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
See? She knows us. Is this enough for you to believe what we've been saying? Maybe, but you shouldn't let that cloud your judgment. She's just a princess. As long as you remember that and remain focused, slaying her will be easy. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
Both.
You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss.
Thank you.
You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below.
You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
No. Stab you? I wouldn't stab you. Why would I stab you?
That's no fair. How would she know that?
Can she see our cursor?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
She's acting like she already knows you. I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it.
Jesus Christ made lime out of his ass.
So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. You fought us on it back in the woods. That was when the only perspectives we had were yours and mine. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy.
Have we ever gotten past Act 2? This would be our 9th time?
Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
We finished the game. We got a full ending. But you need to do several go through. It's an interesting structure. You basically play the story 5 times, and each time you arrive at a different result, and then the creature that is absorbing all of the princess outcomes finishes, and you have a final sort of confrontation where you figure out what you are and what she is and come up with an ending. But because there's so many possibilities, there's then there's 130 achievements to earn, and I currently have 38. So, according to Steam, I'm 29% of the way through all of the content that we can find. And there's still plenty of chapters that we've never seen even once. So, first it's getting to the end of the game, then it's finding the chapters you've never seen before, then it's finding the different outcomes of the different chapters. But the more stuff you've done, the faster you can get through the stuff you've done before. We found a furrier one before. It was called the Beast, and she fucking ate us.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
I get the sense that you're not happy with me.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
Give her the blade! Oh, wow. That's very dumb. Look, I made a mistake. We all make mistakes, right? I'm sure you'd made mistakes.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize, get us back on the right foot.
The only mistake I ever made was thinking you would help me. And I'm not going to make the same mistake twice.
Well, that leaves us at a stalemate.
But unfortunately, I need you if I'm ever going to leave this place.
I died last time and you didn't. If anyone here shouldn't be trusted, it's you. I don't know that that's real. I don't think that's good logic, but I'm going to do it anyway.
You were the one who tried to kill me when my back was turned. You were the one who started all of this. Only a poor loser twists their own failures around on the winner.
Why do I have a nagging feeling you're going to stab me in the back if I help you out of there?
And why would I do such a thing? Is someone's guilty conscience getting to them? But I wouldn't worry. As much as I may hate you, letting you live is in my best interests. If you get me out of here, the only thing that will be dead and buried is the bad blood between us.
Oh, that nagging feeling you mentioned is me, by the way. I'm actually a little anxious about a potential backstabbing event. She needs us to get out of here. We'll be fine if that's what we decide to do. You won't be fine because destruction is in her nature. If she gets out of here, that's it for the world, remember? Even if that's true, that doesn't automatically mean she's going to stab us in the back. I think that depends on your definition of words like stab and in the back. She might not literally do that, but she could very well symbolically do the same thing. See? He gets it. There's nothing wrong with looking out for number one.
Is there such a thing as a good ending to this? Kinda. The one that I got last time was goodish. Leave her in the basement. I'd like to be straightforward with my intentions. I didn't care for how you treated me last time, and I think you might be a danger to the world. I'm going to attack you now. Or same thing, but without announcing it. Let's just choose violence, and we'll be we'll come back and be nicer at a different time.
This path is already worn by travel, and has been seen by one of my many eyes. You cannot walk it again. Change your course.
Where the fuck would that lead, then? Where have I been? It's not the Razor. The Fury? That's the creature that we're building. I have to give her the blade. I don't want to do that. That's my only option? Well, that isn't explore. Don't worry, the blade isn't for you. Or not for killing you. We gotta get you out somehow, right? Can't you get out of those on your own? The chains didn't stop you last time.
Oh, of course. They're nothing to me.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
Let's leave, give her the blade. It's funny, there. Sometimes they just don't let you do much. Alright, I think giving her the blade is the absolute silliest option. So, alright, let's go.
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face.
You just said that.
She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
Stab!
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us. It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here. Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her. We're armed and she's not. What's she gonna do? Bite us when we're not looking? You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
Yeah, but the voice of God told me I wasn't allowed to stab her, so like, what can I do, man? You first, give her the blade, step on the... You first!
And turn my back on you. Do you think me a fool? Your tricks are one of the only things I've known, and I've learned better by now.
Just go first.
You're the one who said you can't leave here without me. That means I hold all the cards. Either you go first or we stay here. Up to you.
The princess leans close, her nose twitching as she sniffs your neck inquisitorially.
What is she doing?
I think she's trying to figure out if we're lying, so it's a good thing we didn't lie.
Your stink is the stink of a wretch, but not of a liar. If I have to go first, I'll go first. But I'll have you know my ears are sharp, and I've got eyes on the back of my head. They'll be watching.
Eyes on the back of her head? Does she really?
No, we're fine.
The princess pointedly turns her back on you and starts up the stairs.
Step onto the stairs.
You follow close behind her, the two of you walking on tiptoes through the knotted roots of the basement stairs.
Don't look back, Orpheus.
It's time, boys. Stab her in the back. Do it. Do it now.
Wait, I thought we were helping her escape.
Of course we're not. You didn't buy all that noise I was putting down, did you? I was just waiting for a moment for us to strike. She has it in for us, you know.
Am I allowed to? I am allowed to stab her in the back. I'm not stabbing her in the back. I said I'm not stabbing her in the back, and I make the choices here. Wow, that's an amazing idea that I totally never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us. Stab her in the back. I am not going to praise you, but I am going to stab her in the back.
Wow, you said exactly the thing I imagined you would say as soon as you heard my brilliant plan. This whole day is a dream come true, really.
Gotta do everything eventually, Jandis. It's not about what the good choice is, it's about doing everything. Right now, the thing is, the ending we chose for the full playthrough last time was to sort of accept her in her final form and leave and conquer the world together. So if I'm working up to a version in which I reject her, which is the only other thing I can do and what I need to do next to get more progress, I probably shouldn't be picking nice endings for the steps along the way.
You plunge the blade deep into the princess's back, driving her to her knees amid the roots.
The Scorpion. It was in your nature. Only 8.6% of players have this one. So the people who aren't completionists aren't this bastardly. That's true. I couldn't kill her with the broken wall. That one, look, that one was just too, like, mean. I'll be able to do it next time. Once I don't have any other option but to do the other thing, it'll become easier, but that one I felt too bad. What are we? Technically, we're both cosmic entities that have been locked in a cage by a desperate idiot who wants us to destroy each other.
Would you look at that? No need to thank me. But, you know, please, do thank me.
Of course you'd betray me the moment I turned my back on you. Don't think you're leaving here alive, wretch.
She shoves you in return, sharp teeth clamping around your ankle as the two of you tumble down the uneven stairs in a hastening flurry of violence and loathing. You separate with a bone-shaking thud as you hit the basement floor. You feel something pop. The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact. You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realize that you won't be getting up.
Wait, why won't we be getting up?
Spine's broken.
I'm afraid your back is broken.
Uh-huh.
One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several.
You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back.
Did you really think you could stab me in the back without suffering the consequences? Fool, 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 you're such a ridiculous fool.
Damn, thought I had you there.
The princess lets out a mocking laugh.
I could see your scheme twitching in every muscle. I understand you too well for there to be secrets between us. We're the same creatures at our core. Spite runs through our very marrow. By our very natures, only one of us can make it up those stairs unscathed. Better me than you.
At least we can all agree that it was a good idea to make her go first. How?
Well, she was going to betray us, wasn't she?
And we struck first.
Our back is broken, but we gave it our all. No regrets. Besides, she's got to have it as bad as us, right?
The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up.
Oh, so she does have it as bad as us.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
It's alright, we'll have another go.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait, are we both just stuck here?
Or maybe it'll end if we can't move.
Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. World could be saved after all.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Is that really what's going to happen now?
I don't think so.
Hello? Are you still there? What happens next?
He doesn't respond. Oh no.
I think he's gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape. I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
But you don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again.
It's gonna be okay, just trust me, we've been here before.
But it feels so bad. If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
See you on the other side, it's gonna be okay. It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is gonna be nice.
Okay. Finally. We're going places.
Approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You're at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is hope marred by bitterness and betrayal. She could see the end of the tunnel, and the door was closed on her. She will make for a righteous heart.
Righteous, oh
Do
boy.
not mourn her. She is finally on the other side.
Do you have a narrator?
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Did you just describe the princesses as no thoughts, head empty? He does. When I find him, I'm gonna kill him. No. When I find him, we're gonna have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
Do you think we're real?
We are real.
Good. What'll happen when you wake up?
If I did,
If this is the last stage for your completion, then I'm not going back. No, I'll go back. Do you think there are other people out there?
it doesn't matter if
How many more do you need?
one.
You know we're going to fight when this is over. Do you really want me to bring you the last one?
We may fight, and we may not. But not all fights end in destruction, just as not all conversations end in peace. Even if you destroy me, it will have been worth it to finally know what I am, and to have had the chance to know you.
Alright.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark and you die. A righteous heart, bring the witch to her.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Well, there's only one thing left to do. Leave!
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave?
Yep.
Fine. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange.
Leave!
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you?
I don't care. I'm not killing a princess.
Killing is such a gauche phrasing and completely ignores the bigger picture. Your task is to slay the princess because she's terrible and she's really got it coming to her.
So at this point, Jandis, we've now experienced every permutation of Chapter 2 at least once, but this one I'm about to do now is the only one that we haven't brought to a proper ending. Because basically the first thing I did with the game was I refused to enter the cabin. You probably remember me doing that on Saturday. And that creates a different ending. So because of that, I need to do this version and add it to, like, the real one. So I'm just going to repeat the thing I started with. Just to, like... And because I'd like to see it again now that I have more experience from the other... Like, because it'll be easier to understand, you know?
But fine. You turn around and trek back down. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again.
Oh, yeah? Well, I start walking in a different direction.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever... And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin.
Wait, what's going on?
But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
To be fair, you are a pain in the arse.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness, but it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
That's interesting, isn't it?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Because in every other version, our death is very definitive. But in this one, it's almost like the narrator just gives up and decides that the world ends. It's especially incongruent because the princess can't leave the cabin without us. As she says, in all the worlds in which we die and she doesn't, she just is stuck there until time resets. But in this one, something else just pushes you along. You don't notice that the first time you play this. Now it's strange. I wonder if something happens if I make no choice at all. This engine wouldn't really be able to do that. But, it would, like... I think if you choose to stand still as a dialogue option, yes, but not leaving it idled.
You're here to slay her.
Those walls weren't here last time.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. If he doesn't remember what happened, I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience. He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day.
Well, yeah, go on, but that's not leaving the game open and idle. That's how long it takes you to relaunch the game.
If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever,
The world really did end last time, didn't it?
the world hasn't ended yet.
If I can't run away from the cabin, then I'm just staying here in the woods forever. Stay in the woods forever.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Yep, okay, heading to the cabin now, where I'm definitely going to slay that princess.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. A warning. Before she will lie, she will cheat. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Ignore him.
Let's keep... The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
I like how patched together it looks, because, yeah, they've just taken chunks. No, this isn't new, this is what we had before. Of every possible cabin, haven't they? Like the wall, there's like 4 different walls. The 2 windows are different. The table is from one of them, I don't know which. The floor has multiple bits. It's very good.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths. The blade is your implement.
If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust.
No, we're taking the knife. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. You can't just say that. Listen to me. And if you're going to slay her...
Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest.
Nothing. Just ignore the stressful geometry.
How?
I'm not going to stop doing my job.
Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
Yeah, the table is its own thing because it's like an impossible table, yeah.
What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Mira.
You walk up to the wall next... What are you talking about? You reach forward, but there...
And now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to
I don't think taking the blade... Well, I don't think not taking the blade changes much, but let's not throw it out the window this time.
You take the blade from the table.
Okay, fine.
Then how are we supposed to hold it?
The other way. Thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the...
I will hold the blade the other way, though. That's funny.
You switch your grip on the blade. Yes!
It really doesn't matter. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour.
Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby.
I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
I'm glad this is the first path I found, because now that we're coming back, we can see why this happens. Because this is Chapter 2, and Chapter 2, the princess is formed based on what our perception of her. So what the hell does the process do when no information is entered into the field? It freaks out.
But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall.
And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success?
There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Last time we went left, let's go down the middle this time.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere. You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else. And so you take one careful, focused step after another. 1 foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways. But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether.
Oh no, the art style's regressing.
Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Can I help you?
I like that, because he's describing emotions that go into the other paths, like consumption and betrayal. That's the beast and the witch.
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways.
The princess. Eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness.
And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you.
What on earth are you talking about? The thing didn't ask me to bring her anything. We just brought her the witch. What's your name?
Princess.
Oh.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another.
We can do that? I don't like this. You said you'd been here before, right? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Oh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
You know why you're down here?
Is this a quiz? You're the one who came down here, and with a sharp, sharp knife, too. But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. please just end this already? One way or another, just do it.
God.
I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so...
Yeah, but it's more fun to multiply her. There's more of you now.
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago. I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger. Do you need help? Not that there's much I can do, all chained up like this, but I'm the only one down here. So if you need anything, I'll do my best.
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going. Neither do I. How would we even do that? Well, you could always start by stabbing her. Which her? Any of them. I don't know about you, but I'm sure glad we took that knife with us. I can't believe someone suggested you toss it out the window. Can you imagine? Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers? Can't even follow what's going on anymore. We need to get out of here.
Well, we got one more princess to make, so getting down here was weird. Like I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me?
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you? Oh, I thought they would send something better to deal with me. If the stairs managed to chew you up,
I will devour you.
Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either. You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here? We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
Alright, do everything at once.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying all at once. You charge forward, knife gleaming to slay the princess just as you strike at her bindings and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others they just don't fit. They just don't. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
That's still the best line in the game.
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
I don't think you're supposed to be fixed. Yeah, so that was weird the first time it happened, but you never know if she hears your reply. She's gone. Memory
gone.
returns.
Where does she go? And there's that mirror again.
It'll be fine.
But it feels so bad. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
See you on the other side. You'll be okay.
Okay.
Approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it. Faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. We've met all of the chapter 2s at least once. I don't know if... I mean, Stubborn... Didn't Stubborn describe the Tower of Knives as the perfect woman? You refocus your gaze and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Hello, dickhead!
I think you know what I am.
A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image of the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another crack forms. Turn the mirror into jagged shards. And we get another go at these questions, unless we want to just break him. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade.
Oh, objective, yeah.
You were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Oh, yes, it's all my fault. What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo. Likely one of many.
Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that?
It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain. Not physically.
Damn, I was hoping it might. Did you make the princess?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet.
Do you have anything to say for yourself for all of this hubris?
I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
Why couldn't you have told me all of this from the start? I would have helped you destroy her. See, see. The thing is, on one hand, I obviously think he's wrong. I think this is one of the dumbest characters that's ever existed. I don't think that destroying her makes sense at all. I think that, you know, if there are people out there who argue this is a moral question, holy shit, no. I don't want eternity of no transformation, no change. The slaying of a fundamental law of reality is one of the most ridiculous and arrogant ideas I can think of. However, I would in fact like to get all of the achievements, and that means taking all of the positions eventually. Why did you make her a princess?
I didn't make her a princess, but I wove the idea of her into something your scattered mind could fathom. You chose for that something to be a princess.
That's odd. Well, Jandis, if you're going to bring up Warhammer Chaos Gods, I think the funniest thing about this is that this dude, this narrator, whose entire reason for existence is to be an opposition of change, is a bird. That makes me laugh, under the idea of Tzeentch. But I guess he isn't purple. I chose to make her a princess. Why couldn't I have made things easier on myself and picked something small or weak, like an ant or a slice of bread?
Are you asking me to spend my final moments psychoanalyzing you? Whatever you viewed her as needed to map on some level to what she was. You couldn't just pick something arbitrary and beneath you. I don't know why you settled on a princess specifically, but clearly a princess is what you wanted. Maybe she needed to be beautiful, important, above you, but on a level you could still approach. A herald of things to come. I don't know. Gods are supposed to be beyond comprehension. I really shouldn't try and anthropomorphize you like this.
Eventually I'll come here and smash him, because I think there's an achievement for that. But I want to get through all the... I want to get the chance to ask more questions, you know, because there are so very many. After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live?
Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you.
Yikes. If you made me, then what am I?
You're the long quiet.
Right. Do you have more to say about that? How did he die? He killed himself. We asked that last time. He killed himself because his thing only works if nobody alive understands. Like he had to remove himself in order to make his thing work. Pretty sure death is... Why would you want to rid the world of death?
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
Haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. Still have to see what she thinks about all of this.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Look out, because here you come. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Oh, never mind. Maybe there is.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
All 4 of your faces. And all 4 million of the rest.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Do you know about the Echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him.
I don't really know what it means to be the long, quiet.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But when the Echo spun us from 1 into 2, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Well... if we skip the talking, then we'll skip the bit where she goes through the vessels, which I think, A, would take away the fact that we need to get the gallery entries for that, but B, also, be a shame. That said, I'm probably going to try and kill her, because even though I don't think that's the right choice, I do have to tick that off the list. So many stories left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end.
If I let you out, an entire world ends for good. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked, if all of them would have led to this moment?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
My masses mob you. There is no beginning to them, and there is no end.
And there is no end.
There is only the flood of bodies.
There is only the flood of bodies.
In every moment you hold every possible sensation at once, and then you
every
hold them all
possible
again.
sensation at once. But in the end, you reflected it back at me. For a brief moment, both of us were everything.
And everyone.
We can be everything again. We can weave a beautiful and endless song.
I saw every version of us across every reality, and not every reality had you drawing breath. Even then I went on. The world doesn't need you. I find it very strange that occasionally we get these red, angry options right at the top. But we'll maybe look at those later. To contain everything... to contain every evil alongside every good. Can we not shed the confines of our old selves and create? They're cruel options. Well, I picked the one for the deconstructed damsel because it was like... the first one I saw, but yeah. Does something happen if you collect 5 of those? Because I only had 2 of them last time. I guess it depends on how you approach her, because I only got it sometimes. If you're... there's probably like a super bastard path, but I'd probably have to set out to create it. I don't think I was a bastard in all 5. In fact, I know I wasn't in one of them, so I'm not going to bother doing that right now. But if that's a special thing, we'll probably have to do it at some point. But like, I don't think the wild, because I didn't kill her. I spared her in that one. I don't think I'd be able to do it there. You seemed in pain. I'm sorry for what I did to you, but it was the only thing I could do.
I saw with a single pair of eyes what I needed dozens to comprehend.
And now here we are, each with millions of eyes, and all of them open.
A trick behind your back and a trick behind mine. We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move, and yet we both don't. For each of us watches the other instead of ourselves. But forever is not forever. You move and I react, and both of us break the other. But broken is only a moment in time. To change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
Yeah, no cruel option there. But I stabbed you in the back and left us both paralyzed. What potential was there to rise above?
You mire yourself in an ending that did not end. Lift your gaze beyond moments and towards the infinite depth of reality. A boundless torrent of blades cut you from boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it. On and on it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts, are not you. Alive, dead, then alive and dead, all at once.
Her mic was peaking there. I wonder what happened. Because she shouted dozens of times. Doesn't normally happen. Tried to muffle it, unless it was an error introduced into the effect, but it doesn't sound like something they'd want to achieve.
You learned to put yourself away, and in your stillness you rose above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. I pushed you to a greatness you never would have reached without me.
I did rise far above you, and I am far above you still. I will destroy you now as I destroyed you then. Good Lord. If you hadn't snatched that body away, we would have killed each other. We were self-destructive.
Were we self-destructive? Or did the beauty of our dance reach beyond the shadow of death? It was lethality that made us what we were. A web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves. The shade of a beautiful beginning we can never return to.
That doesn't look like bird's ears. That looks like cat ears almost.
You knew me, and I knew you, even more than either of us know each other now. And you chose to pull apart that weave. But you did not choose to end me. We were still one, but we were also separate, and we were free. We were as we are. Will you excise that part of yourself now that you see me from yet another angle?
I couldn't bring myself to hurt you then, but maybe I should have.
All things are connected through me and through you. To harm me is to harm yourself, is to harm everything. The truth of that moment remains our truth.
Yeah, I know, but I can't be the good boy this time.
What is a person? Is it their body? Is it all of their body? Pluck the eyes, peel the skin, strip the tendons, mince the meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with? A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that fear it.
Even when you reduced me to nothing, you could not rid yourself of me. But I was able to rid myself of you.
I am not my body, but perhaps others are theirs.
And yet bodies change, and consciousness goes on. The infant's body is not the child's, is not the adult's. But the thread of existence remains strung through it all.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't.
Did I bugger it there? Am I getting forced into something? I forget.
There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
No, I can still do these. It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born.
There are quite a few options there. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Oh, fuck, hello. You weren't here last time. Which hero is you?
I'm all of them, I assume, in the same way that you're all of you.
Where's everyone else?
They're still where you left them, stuck in the folds of this place. Part of me is with them, just like part of me is with you right now. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
Can't do this out here on my own. Oh, I can do this. Yeah, alright.
Then let's go.
Sorry, could I have a better drawn cabin? Okay, yeah, that's better.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
I'd like that. For old time's sake.
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
It's just you and me. Did anyone else make it?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
And the raider is gone.
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
I actually don't know how to feel about him being gone.
Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
Well, take the blade.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not. The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us.
Continue down the stairs.
And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are, knife in hand. It really brings me back. Have you given up on talking? Have you finally decided to kill me? You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
Sit with her. Are you the same as you are out there?
No. I feel like I'm myself again.
I don't want to have to slay you, but I don't know what other options there are.
Well, I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out? What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right? So make me put it all back. Make me fix the Echo's construct and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened. Make me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the truth.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
Would resetting it do anything to help them, the people out there? If you continue to exist, don't they continue to die and suffer?
Fixing that is on you, not me. If you want me to help them, you'll have to make me help them.
If we're talking about this right now, how do we know we haven't done this before?
I don't think that's something we'll ever get to know. But odds are we've probably done it before.
How do you know that things won't end worse? What if when I make my way back here I'm different and I hurt you? What if I kill you? What if I let you bring about the end of everything? Like I did last time.
Who cares? We've hurt each other plenty and I still like you. And if you're hesitating, then you must still like me, too.
It's interesting what it takes to get here, because in some ways this is more relatable than the God ending. We're going to find ourselves back here eventually.
And if we do, nothing is stopping us from making the same choice. We could just keep doing this forever.
We'd have to decide to do this every single time forever. Eventually something is going to be different. What if we change our minds?
Well, if we change our minds, we change our minds. What matters is that we'll always have a choice. This is just the one we're making now.
I don't want to forget you.
That's sweet. But unless you do, the whole world ends, right? Not like I care, but it seems important to you.
Is there any other way?
You brought that knife down here for a reason. Either you use it to kill me, or I use it to put things back.
This isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again.
Neither do I. But we won't be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
Okay. Then let's do that. I believe in us.
Okay, if this is your choice, then I have your back. I guess I'll see you on the other side. She takes the blade from our hand, a fondness in her gaze.
I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
You're on a path in the woods.
That isn't an ending? Or is it?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Right, but does the whole... But we don't get credits. And there wasn't an achievement. Interesting. Well, in the name of time, I'll save and leave that there, but we'll see what I do next. Like, yeah, we've still got these. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. We'll see what I do when I come back. I might go back to that and pick another route to get something more out of it, but we'll see. For now, though, I got to the end of where I wanted to get to the end of. So, I will be back on Sunday, because on Saturday I've got people coming over in the evening to celebrate my birthday, which was yesterday, but people aren't terribly receptive to hanging out on a weeknight normally, so Saturday it will be. So there'll be a bit of a gap, but I'll be back on Sunday. Fare thee well.